hop at YouTube, so I got a video for y'all today. And basically, it's about me in this little conversation with my suburbanites. So basically, just to get into a summary of the video, I was speaking to somebody, and it was really just on hip-hop. We were just throwing debates, having a little chit-chat about what we think is going on in the state of the hip-hop sphere type of vibe. And the conversation went along the lines of talking about Lil Jeff and King Von. Now, me personally, this person like, who you think is better, King Von or Lil Jeff? And I said King Von, because I just feel like King Von's a way better lyricist, had way better songs. The way how King Von told stories was so put together so well to the point where you could visualize lyrics and really put it into perspective in your head. I know some of y'all niggas don't have the cognitive function to do that, but yeah. So I was like, that's why he's just a way better artist overall. And yeah, I know Von be on some fuckery, but I know he was on some fuckery, but his lyrics was really he was really good at putting songs together. He knows how to really King Von really knows how to make a song. He actually knows how to make a song. He's actually talented at the rap shit. Yeah, he was running around, doing what he was doing, but Son was really rapping for real. He's really a rapper. He's really a lyricist. Wayne's Story, Storytime 1, 2, and 3, Gleesh Plays. We could go on and on and on and on. But King Von's a really great storyteller, lyricist, better bars, better songs, just to me in general, better quality of music. I know, Lil Jeff, I listen to his music, but honestly, the first time when I heard that shit, I just was like, this nigga snitching on himself. I didn't even know the scenario he was speaking about, him and a little school nigga, but I just know when niggas are snitching on themselves. This is just we snitching on each other, or we snitching on the ops, we snitching on ourselves at the highest degree possible. That's what it sounded like. It didn't sound like, nah, these niggas is mad. First time when I heard it, I'm like, these niggas are snitching. It didn't seem like, oh, that was a clever bar. I like that little 1-2. I like how he put that whole little scenario together. I like how he used that analogy. None of that. It was just niggas just being niggas. So I was kind of confused on why he would pick King Von. Then this nigga said something that really turned the whole conversation. Because I'm speaking to you suburbanites, and I want to know their opinion. I want to know the suburbanites' opinion. And he was like, no, because they catching more hats. Now, I'm from New York. The only hat niggas I know was blood niggas. I don't even know what the fuck this nigga was talking about at first, because them the only hats I know is blood niggas. I don't know anybody else. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, Bloodhound Jeff, Bloodhound? I'm thinking he hounding like that. I don't know. I'm confused now. Now I'm fucking confused. This nigga's like, no, stupid. I'm talking about bodies. I'm like, what? I'm like, he got more bodies than King Von. Right at that point, I just was like, I just looked at bro, because I'm like, nigga, he got more. What does this have to do with music? We're talking about rapping. Where do you get bodies from? That was the first, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, I'm literally speaking about music, and you talking to me about bodies? Bodies? You think I give a fuck about niggas catching bodies? That shit not doing anything, because niggas is dying at the end of the day. I just feel like a lot of hip-hop fans are way too invested in the fuckery than the actual music itself. And it's sad, even Bloodhound Jeff's little situation, his whole situation honestly is sad, to be honest. And it's crazy because every time I see him or see clips of him, he always look fried as fuck. The nigga look fried. He looked fried in the brain. You could tell that nigga was on drugs, all types of shit. He looked like he was living a real rough life. He really ain't have no real guidance or any real discipline. It seemed like and now I'm doing research on him. His whole family was into it. And then I'm seeing him sniff drugs, he doing all types of wild shit on DJU, doing drugs. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I'm seeing it. Now I'm like, nah, he was really doing all that fuckery, and he was getting high. And I knew he was getting high because I could literally see it. I could see it in his face. So I'm like, damn, why are people so interested in this nigga? Just to sound no offense to all the people that are weirdly interested in said nigga kid, because that's all it really is, bro. I feel weird listening to their music. Every single bar of them alluding to some type of fuckery. The song not even really a song, and the song's not really even that crazy. I think people are just obsessed with the hype of what he was doing in terms of being violent, in terms of quote unquote rapping where he lived and doing all the fuckery that comes with drill music and just music in general about rapping what you live, your lifestyle. But to a degree, I'm like, this is just snitching. This is just self-snitching on a different level. This nigga's fried in his brain. he don't seem like he's well put together. He seems like he's going through a lot. And I don't even understand why hip hop has even gotten to this point. Like, how did it even get here? Like, I'm dead ass having a real conversation about music. This nigga talking about bodies. Like, I'm dead ass having a real That's when I knew we're fried. Like, we're really fried as a community. Like, this is how people outside of the community view us. Like, oh, they don't view y'all niggas because of the music y'all make, or whatever y'all say in the music. They don't really give a fuck about that shit. They give a fuck about the lifestyle and what you're selling versus the actual music and you actually being. Like, you actually just rapping versus you killing. They give a fuck about you killing more than the rapping. And that's a problem. That is an actual problem. Imagine I bring up to you, yo, this nigga, I fuck with his music. Why? Because he got more hats than the other nigga? That don't make no fucking sense. You care about a nigga's music because he caught more bodies than the other nigga? What type of sick shit is this? They both did bad, honestly. And honestly, when it comes down to the whole situation, even Lil Jeff, like, you could tell he out of his mind. He not even in the right mental space. Even when he did what he did, when he spun, when he did that drill, when he ended up dying, you could tell that nigga was fried just how he was moving. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on drugs spinning that day. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd have killed half of the people he killed on drugs. I would not be surprised. He did not seem like he was in his right mental space at all. And a lot of people are hyping him up. And it's a depressing thing to see because boy looked like he was going through it. He doesn't seem right. Then his brother come out. He do the same thing on DJU's. See, he doing the, sniffing, getting busy with his nose. And it's a cycle. Like, it's an ongoing cycle. These niggas is going through all types of shit. Their life is in constant destruction. These niggas have no peace of mind. They have no real peace of mind. But the fans is gassing the shit up like, oh my God, but look what he did. He killed him and he got back for so-and-so and this did that for that. And I'm just like, oh fucking brother, like, this shit is really killing niggas. Like, all this violent shit, like rapping about this, that, and the third and what I did to niggas, that shit not doing nothing. Yes, you selling records, but it comes at the expense of your life because at the end of the day, you dissing niggas, you spinning. It's either two things that's going to happen. If Lil Jeff stayed alive, he probably would have get his ass and died. And I ain't going to front because I heard he went to fucking Milwaukee and got busy. Then he came back to Chicago. Then niggas is saying he was doing those types of shit in Chicago. Honestly, if he caught whatever he did, if he kept going, he would have ended up in prison or he would have ended up dead. So there really wasn't either way he was really going to make it. Yes, he was getting the views. Still, you spinning and you a rapper and you got change, you got all this money, you gonna get yourself in trouble, gang. You gonna get yourself in trouble. Like, there's no way. It's too many eyes on you. Like, it's gonna come to a point, and Lil Q50, they might come for him. Because the way how this shit going, this shit not gonna last for long. Yeah, I know in Chicago, they don't really give a fuck about certain murders because certain areas, it's just like any city. Like, you kill a nigga downtown, anywhere in any city, it's more of a big deal than when you kill him on, in your neighborhood. Nobody really give a fuck. Nobody really give a fuck. Sadly, people don't really give a fuck when it only happens in black neighborhoods, but it is what it is. A lot of niggas that's getting themselves in trouble with this drill rap shit, getting themselves involved with dissing people, rapping about dissing people dying, you spinning, all of it in general. Honestly, most of these fans don't really care about y'all. They just care about the bodies I catch, about the coonery I do. And I'm using King Von and them niggas as an example. Like, yes, King Von did have the hype of him being a murderer, but he was also a really talented rapper. Bloodhound Jeff, I mean, he seemed okay. He was cool. He was all right. I don't know. He could work on some things, but other than that, he seemed good. Like, if he kept going, maybe he would have got better. He would have probably improved more. Who knows? But again, that's the point. Who knows? Most of these niggas is getting themselves into all types of fucked up situations. They can't even live a regular life. They can't even just go outside and just chill out. Most times they're always on edge. That's what happens when you in the streets, and then plus you dissing niggas on songs that amplifies it even more. Now you definitely putting the target on your back. You got the feds watching you, got niggas watching you. It's niggas that want to take you out, and it's either one way or the other. It's either the streets take you out or the feds take you out, and there's no real good answer to any of that. It's honestly sad because it's like all these views he was getting, all this money he was earning at the time really came and went. And that usually what happens when it comes with the street shit. I just don't think you could rap and be a street nigga at the same time. And a lot of fans, they're desensitized to the shit. I think a lot of fans are honestly intrigued by the murder more than the music. And it shows a lot. Like, I'm really asking people, like, asking real people outside of the community, hey, do you give a fuck about the rapper or the killing? And most of them respond to the killing. They not bringing up, oh, this nigga was super talented. They're talking about, no, this nigga had more bodies than the other nigga. They don't really give a fuck about that shit. Yes, y'all are getting attention for saying certain things on record, but at the end of the day, you just another statistic to these niggas. They don't really give a fuck about you. They gonna find another black boy from some hood in Philly, some hood in Chicago, some hood in New York. They gonna find some nigga from Florida, Jacksonville. They gonna find a new crash out. They gonna find a new crash out to latch onto, and then when he died, they gonna post some little shit on Reddit about him and the life he lived and yada 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 and the bodies he got. But that's it. That's really it. Then all the money gonna dry up and the shit really comes to nothing. Cause at the end of the day, you in the streets, you suffering the most because you rapping about, you dissing niggas, you rapping about crimes, you doing the whole nine. You're the one who's going to be suffering, not them niggas. And that's just, I'm using King Von and Lil Jeff as an example. They're really, all they really just see you niggas is all the same. You're just entertainment for them. We're all just, I'm being dead serious. Y'all are all just entertainment for these niggas. They never mention anything about what was the song that Lil Jeff made that was good. What song did you like from Lil Jeff? The first thing that was on this nigga's brain was he caught more hats than King Von. That already tells me enough. That already tells me enough. You don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about the music. It's about the lifestyle that y'all live. They are intrigued by it, but they're intrigued by it. They're amused by it. They don't really give a fuck about the music because, I mean, they probably do. They like the music. I guess it amplifies it more. Like, oh my God, like he really did this. I can't believe it. But that's really it. That's all you're really getting is just a bunch of oohs and ahs at the expense of your life. And I'm not saying rappers always crash out because of the fans, but to a degree, you get yourself in trouble. You saying certain shit. That's why I tell niggas, like, if you gonna diss niggas, you gotta go all the way with that shit. You can't half that shit. You can't half-ass, like, being a street nigga. Because you gonna run into niggas. That day gonna come. You gonna run into niggas and, God forbid, whatever happens, but niggas gonna violate you one way or the other. It's gonna happen. Some niggas might give you a pass, but you gonna run into a nigga that's not gonna give you a pass and he's gonna be on it and you gotta perform. And I'm not saying you should put yourself in any deadly situation like that, but you should always think, that should always be in the back of your mind. You going on songs, smoking on niggas, dissing niggas, it's bound to happen. Yes, you're getting attention from it, but you're getting attention from people that don't even live in your community and don't really give a fuck about you. Because all that shit is just dumb in general. You're already speaking about certain shit. You're involving yourself in certain shit. Your life is on the line. Their life is not on the line. They living comfortable somewhere else. They don't give a fuck about you niggas. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you niggas die or not. Their whole thing is, this is entertainment. So they don't even take it. They don't even really take it seriously. I mean, they're like, no, they're invested because, you know, you're actually doing the things that you're doing. But you're just entertainment. And you're putting your life on the line. You want songs trying to get views, get money, get attention, but at the expense of your own life. I mean, gang, there's other ways. There's so many better ways that we could get money. We're in big 2025. I don't know why niggas put themselves through the trouble that they do. I don't understand it. I don't know if they think like they can't think past it or they just don't have a cognitive function to find other ways to make money. There's so many ways to make money now. Like it shouldn't be no reason why you should put yourself in such uncomfortable conditions to make money. Like, and I know shit hard right now, but you could always find a way to make money. There's always ways to make money. You don't always got to do street shit, get yourself involved, get yourself harmed, make music, diss niggas, get yourself involved. Because either way, even if you don't want to spin or cash bodies or whatever, and you not with the whole get back shit, and you just trying to stay out the way and just keep it music, you gonna run into niggas. It's gonna happen either way. It's just the feds of jail. And at the end of the day, you suffer. It's not the fans that suffer. You suffer. The fans are always gonna find another nigga. And just like how he was just now dick riding Bloodhound Jeff, he gonna find another nigga to dick ride that got more bodies than him, that's more quote unquote thorough than him, yada yada yada, whole nine. He's just gonna find. And that's the thing with Bloodhound Jeff. I felt sad because the nigga's mad young and you could tell he was going through mad turmoil. Like, he don't look like he was going, like, he looked like he was on mad drugs. He's mad skinny. Like, I'm looking at the nigga, he looked fried in the face. Like, this don't look like somebody that mentally was in their right mind at all. He was doing all that shit probably on drugs, and I'm not surprised. Like, same thing with King Von. King Von was bugging out doing all the shit he was doing, but it's like, at what expense? Like, they didn't get anything from that. All that get back and he killed this nigga, and I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna go to his side, we be for him, they shot so-and-so, and that whole nine, that shit not doing nothing. All that shit gonna always continue, whether them niggas die or not. That violence is always gonna continue. That hush shit, that beef shit, you can't even stop that shit. That shit gotta stop by itself. I don't know how it stops, because, I mean, yes, you get the community together, but, you know, niggas don't even like to be, I don't know, the black community guy, we got 1,000 issues, but I'm not even here to speak about that, but I'm solely here to speak about just the fans in general. If you're a rapper and you're drill rapping, I want you to know that these niggas do not give a fuck about y'all. They care about how much murders you got, how much people you hurt, how much people you shot. They don't really give a fuck about the music. They're more amused about the idiotic behavior that you do and the self-stitching that you do on your songs. They don't really give a fuck about you. They're gonna just find another rapper like they always. But that's all I really have to say though for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next YouTube video. Peace.